Cyberpunk 2077 was probably one of the most hyped games of all year, maybe even the past decade. So many people are looking forward to this game, including myself, and I believe this has had one of the most disastrous launches ever when it comes to video game history. I've seen so many people trying to compare this to the launch of No Man's Sky, and I'm not defending No Man's Sky. I was hyped as hell for that game as well, but I think these are two different things here in the same category of not delivering what was promised. But No Man's Sky just overpromised and underdelivered. They delivered a playable game, right? Cyberpunk 2077, this game's been in development since 2012. That's when they first announced it. So around then, they've been working on this game for a long time. And the people who bought this for the PS4 or the Xbox One base system, they had a rough time. I've seen screenshots where it looks worse than a Nintendo 64 game. Graphics glitches, running at like 10, 15 frames per second. Redonkulous. And now I'm hearing about how they had a staff meeting at CD Projekt Red, and I could only imagine the hostility going on there. Because, you know, I've worked in project management, and I'm sure plenty of you guys have as well. A lot of people deal with projects and whatnot, and with this company, all the promises that they made and the development time that they took, the crunch. I'm not, trying to get into all the drama behind the crunch time and all that, but these people who worked on this game sacrificed a lot to get this thing done, and it wasn't done. This just boils down to just, corporations being greedy. And this game has to do with a lot of stuff with that, like corporations and being scandalous, all sorts of crazy stuff, right? And this company themselves, they promised something and they didn't deliver it. And then they promised refunds for people, and people were having a hard time getting refunds. Sony was just not having it. Like Sony has their own specific policy as far as refunds go, and they weren't honoring refunds, even though CD Projekt Red said that, hey, you just ask for it, right? You'll get your refund. It's fine. We're so sorry, right? And then Sony, they weren't doing it, and then they flipped the script on that because they had to make an exception for this game being so disastrous. Here's the thing. I've seen people, making excuses, saying, just deal with it. The game will be fine eventually. No doubt the game will be fine eventually. But for people wanting to play it on the PS4 and the Xbox One base systems, they can't play this game when it doesn't run, when it doesn't work properly, when it looks garbage. 10, 15 frames per second's not a fun experience in a game like this. People have been, game-breaking glitches, the game crashing nonstop. Here's the thing. The game was not released specifically for the PS5 or the Xbox Series X. People need to keep that in mind. This game was only released console-wise for the PS4 and the Xbox One. It just so happens because the newer consoles have backwards compatibility, you could play them on that. And they run better on the newer consoles, but the consoles they were developed for, they don't run like worth shit. People are having these issues, and now with all the hostility going on, I think this is nuts. Dealing with project management myself in the past and dealing with myself being in management roles and then people above me, I know people can have unrealistic expectations. Any business, I don't give a heck who you are, Nintendo, 7-Eleven, CD Projekt Red, the taco stand down the street, the gas station, nobody gives a shit about you. They're a business that wants to make money. But how do you make money? You deliver products that meet expectations, that meet needs. This game, it's a form of entertainment. And when you can't have fun playing it because the game doesn't work, yeah, there's a problem there. So even Microsoft had to jump into this and be like, if you want a refund, just hit us up. We will refund it. And Sony removed the game from the PlayStation Store. That's unheard of. Like, a game just launched. Now you're removing it from the store because it doesn't run. And this company was just greedy. When you're making a game that's talking about corporate greed and scandalous stuff going on in corporations and then you yourself are being messed up in that regard, pushing these guys who worked on the game. I don't blame the actual developers, the people who worked on this game. With their meeting that they recently had, their staff meeting, these guys are pissed and they're asking questions of management. Why the hell did you guys say that this game was done when it wasn't done? You said it was done earlier in the year, and then we were optimizing it. You knew the game wasn't done. The people who are working, the people below management, people, dealing with management myself. There's so many times you have people who are above everyone. Their job is to manage, to provide what's needed to their employees, to the staff, right? That's what a manager's job is, to give guidance and whatnot and just oversee things. And a lot of times they have unrealistic expectations. And when it comes down to this, like, maybe they should have just delayed it again. People would have been pissed. I don't care if you're pissed when a game is delayed. I don't get pissed when a game's delayed because I'm not a child. I get annoyed, sure, when it was something I was looking forward to, and that's fine. Be annoyed, be a little frustrated, like, damn it, I wanted to play this game. Like, when the game was first delayed, I seen so many people like, I scheduled time off from work to play this. Yeah, that sucks, dude, but it's a good thing the game's delayed. But then it was delayed and it still was released a buggy mess. Just ridiculous, right? They really should have delayed it to avoid all this because their reputation has taken a hit. The value of the company's taken a hit. The employees who work for these guys, who put their, blood, sweat, and tears into this game, it's not fair for them to be looking bad when they're not the ones that were like, the game's done, ship it. It's management. It's the people running the show there that's like, we got to hit this deadline. It's the holiday season. People are ready to spend that money. The new consoles are out. Let's get this game out there and make that money. Now you're looking like a bunch of idiots. And that's just the unfortunate thing. It happens all the time in any form of business. When you push to make that buck and you're not delivering, what was expected or what was promised, you're going to look like a freaking fool. And that's what these guys are looking like right now. And they only have themselves to blame, not the staff themselves, the people who run the show, the people who manage it. And that's one of the reasons, like, I got into working for myself is because being in those roles in the past and trying to be a humanable person, personable, understanding, like, what, I'm in a management position, but the way my brain works is that's a title. I have my responsibilities. I'm equal to you. I can't do my job without you. And a lot of times with companies, that's not the way they want management to be. And I started seeing that and just realizing, I can't deal with this nonsense, man. Like, I don't want to treat people who are in a different position than me, who are in a different pay scale than me, treat them like they're dogs. You know what I mean? They're my equals. We just have different responsibilities and we work off of each other. And a lot of times with these companies, man, management, that's not the role that they're in. The role that they're in is to push. And that's what they did here. They pushed to get this thing out when it wasn't ready, and it's making them look like a bunch of freaking idiots. While I've been playing this game on the Xbox Series X, and it's been a decent experience for me, there's still been a lot of bugs where it's kind of like, well, I could still enjoy the game. But like I said, it wasn't made for those consoles in mind. It was released for the PS4 and the Xbox One. And for those people, the millions of consoles that are out there, the people who haven't been able to get a new console, a PS5 or Series X to play this game, they wanted to play it on those consoles it launched for. And it's just ridiculous that they're not able to enjoy it. So hopefully over time, this experience gets better. And, it's just crazy how they hid all this. They didn't show the game running on base hardware. They only gave out review codes like a few hours prior to the game being officially launched. And that's, for a huge ass game like that, yeah, there were some people out there who called it, and it was just kind of, the writing was on the wall there. So let me know what you guys think. Really do appreciate y'all hanging out with me. And with that said, and we'll catch y'all next time. Peace out. Bye-bye. Big ass thumb butt. And boom. Bye.